So generally what happened, if you go for shopping, sometimes you have several questions. Sometimes we have several questions. We go and buy. जब तक दुकानदार ये नहीं बोलते उससे 4 बार पूछते हैं कपड़ा कहाँ से आया है, रंग छोड़ेगा कि नहीं. So many questions we have. And once he replies, then we feel happy. If you have some kind of IoT application scenario, every product is talking to you. It means you don't have to worry about the shopkeeper. See that, like all these names and all the description is given, whatever the possible question in your mind is already inserted in the database. And you ask, and then you get the answer. Once you satisfy, then only you buy the product. And it happens. जब तक कोई बता न दे कि ये सामान यहाँ से ठीक है पूरा, then we don't feel comfortable. आज भी है, even all the online kind of things are there, but we want to have more and more information. And that more and more information is not possible that you can put it into, type it and put in the tag. So all the data you can put it. And this is a kind of things like, first, when shopping in the market, the good will introduce themselves. When paying for the goods, the microchip of the credit card will communicate with checkout reader. So these kind of things also we can use. And even we can save even 1% also money, which will be a huge amount. So this is the Smart Internet of Things school, like we are academician. You can see online teaching, online testing. Online testing की तो आदत पड़ी गई because of Corona. All over world, the university started online teaching before 10-15 years. You have to do it. In 2007, when I was in Curtin University, Australia, we have online teaching. We have online test also. 2007. When we dropped that idea to our institute, we were not happy. But you see, because of Corona, we have to do it. Now we are doing. This Smart Internet of Things school, especially the Japan is very fast in this. Everywhere they have applied this. So therefore I said, Internet of Things are everywhere. You just think and you apply and you do it. So this is in our campus. I don't want to go through so many things is written. Now, there is another word we call cyber physical system. Cyber physical system is the superset of Internet of Things. And before 5 years, Indian government recognized the importance of cyber physical system, and they set up a separate cell in DST, research cell for cyber physical system, and around 100 members throughout the country. I'm also one of the members. We had a lot of meetings and all, and we hand over a lot of research projects. The cyber physical system is more than IoT. IoT, the meaning is that the devices are connected together. Things are connected together. After that, क्या होगा? Connect होने के बाद, then all these things make it into cyber physical system. Therefore, we have data analytics, the things, the real time. So a cyber physical system is an integration of cyber world with physical world. And then we proceed. So the cyber physical system also almost same kind of things require. We need some kind of additional terms like high performance computer, but we are using cloud computing also. The cloud computing we use because we don't want to invest a lot of money for the infrastructure. We can rent it. We can rent hardware, we can rent software. And my prediction is after 5 to 10 years, you can see most of the Indian universities, They will be accessing the lab of different world based on payment basis. For example, you want to have some kind of like computer lab, mechanical lab, civil lab. You don't have to invest money to develop a lab. The lab is developed in the United States. You can use your computer and you can have the access. For example, like supercomputers are sitting in NASA, you can use from here. That kind of revolution in academia is very, very possible soon. I'm expecting maybe another 10 years, you can see. Big data analytics, where data science is there. You may know that most of the universities, they started Bachelor of Engineering in Data Science, especially in Australian university. They started a special degree for data science, where they are just playing with the data. And the playing of the data is, you can see a simple example I want to give. One of industrialists from India, this Mukesh Ambani, before 3 years, he said, India is very rich because India has a huge population. Once you have huge population, means you have huge data. Data is a type of money. You have more data, then more money. अभी जो साइबर में चोरियां हो रही हैं, what is that? Your credit card detail is only 0 to 9. That 0 to 9 is just released, that's all. You are gone, your money is gone, over. More data is more money. And that one also you can see. One practical example. Nowadays, use the Twitter account. More tweets, getting more benefit. How you buy the product now? Before buying the product, you want to search it, that how many people are liking this product. The most powerful person of the world, American president, you can bias his election through your data. You have more accounts, Twitter accounts, Facebook account. Whatever he said, you don't like, just start disliking. There will be a atmosphere created that, okay, this is not good. That's the difference. That's the money. Therefore, nowadays, the way data is growing, means money is growing. More data, more money. And some universities, they realized the importance of data and they started new program. Of course, like what I heard is VIT in one meeting, they are going to start the program for data science. So next generation is becoming very smart. After that, my slides are very, very trivial, like smart devices. This fridge, I monitor the temperature outside and control the cooling. Smart gadgets are there. Step counter, possible connection, embedded systems. This is why CPS is difficult. So this is the definition. Why CPS is hard? CPS is the superset of IoT, because the first is the system level, then control level and software level, and all are crossing interdisciplinary boundaries. A civil engineer should work with a computer engineer. A civil engineer, mechanical engineer, control engineer, electrical engineer should work together. It crosses interdisciplinary boundaries. That's the reason it is going to get difficult. Currently, what happened? Computer technology. आप बैठ जाओ, कंप्यूटर बना दिया, प्रोग्रामर ने प्रोग्राम कर दिया, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियर डेवलप द आईसीज, software engineer write the operating system, done. But once you start applying for this, एक ब्रिज को मॉनिटर करना है, civil engineering is sitting there, electrical engineering because you need a power also for sensors, हर जगह हम बिजली नहीं पहुंचा सकते, then आप communication engineering, all these things join together. And there's the one reason we can say CPS is very hard And especially for our country, it's very hard. हमारे यहाँ तो दो department, we don't talk each other frequently. Said, oh, this guy is electronics, he knows only electronics. Even if you don't care about someone is mathematics, oh, आप तो mathematics वाले हो. Something like this. But you go to the foreign universities, foreign research, you can see that one medical guy is sitting with one computer engineer, and they are doing research together. But in our universities and country, I never see this kind of example that a social science guy can work with the computer people. Never ever. That's the one reason which is CPS is hard. This CPS is this platform and all. I can just go ahead. After this, another terms comes big data. The way I explained you guys in beginning, once you have more devices connected, they are going to generate more data. After data, what happened? The way I said, at individual level, we have taken so many pictures and we don't have time to see our own picture. So you can imagine that at the system level, at the society level, nation level, how much data is collected. I can just say that if you have installed CCTV in your house, you feel that, okay, I have installed CCTV everywhere, no problem. Do you have time to watch your videos in CCTV? No. Delhi is you can see the best example in Delhi. You install the CCTV, you take the videos, and that's all. No one is watching the videos. So you have gathered the data, but based on that data, you don't have any decision. How to have the decision, I can tell you. That places artificial intelligence work. In your institute, you install the CCTV, daily people are coming and going. One day, a new person comes. Then that picture should be identified. And immediately there should be a triggering to the controller. Okay, one new person is coming. Then only you can take decision. And how to make it? All student pictures you have, all faculty member pictures you have, they are coming, going, no problem, no issues. A new person enters because that picture doesn't match to your database. That places you can apply artificial intelligence. Didn't match, immediately there is a triggering to the controller. तो अब वो कोई हो सकता है, you can anti-social or criminal or whatever you call, then you take action. But if you imagine that 24 hours someone is watching all cameras, even in your campus, minimum for 10 CCTV you put it, 10 cameras, one person is sitting and watching everywhere, which is not possible. So you can imagine for the big cities like Delhi and big places, you get the data, but you don't have the decision. It's something like वेद में तो सब कुछ लिखा है, लेकिन न पढ़ा न देखा न जाना, then what you can get information? Knowledge is there, data is there, but data is there, but knowledge is not there. So therefore we need a kind of big data, this data science, and that is this slide I want to show. The data is very less important. Something like symbols. Whenever I say that 130 billion people are in India, what you have then? Maximum it is information. Data is simple. Information is answer to who, what, where, and when. Knowledge means answer to why, how, understanding, appreciation of why it happened. And then after that, wisdom, you can take decision. So the top level is the decision. So you gathered lot of data. It's not going to increase your wisdom. It's not going to increase your wisdom. Means you are not going to understand anything. You are not going to take decision based on that. So for this we need data analytics. Therefore, lot of data analytics engineers require, because we have to analyze the data, and then after that we exactly appreciate why it happened, our understanding happened. Then after that we can take the decision. So therefore we need a lot of data engineer, data science kind of things. And data is growing each speed. आप देखिए, initially the numbers, traditional data, 5 kilobyte per record, now 500 kilobyte per record, just images, audios, videos, high resolution, just keep increasing. Once it is keep increasing, it is hard to store. कहाँ store होगा? Therefore, we hire the cloud computing and this resources and all. And after storage, you have to analyze. And then after analysis, you have to take decision. Because sometimes more data is going to create more problem for you. Never ending story. You got a lot of information, you didn't learn anything. So therefore, we just say that we have to go for data science. And I think 5 minutes left. So I think big data and all, you can, some kind of question time also I should keep. So this is a kind of, yeah, one slide I can just show here. Yeah. So first of all, the data sources, we have to have the data warehouse, data mining, we extract the pattern, and then evaluation, the knowledge. And once you get knowledge, then only you can use it for human being. You don't have knowledge, you cannot use for human being. तो नॉलेज तक पहुंचते पहुंचते इतने सारे phases हैं, that phases we go through by data analytics. So I'm not very old in this area. So far I have published only 25 SCI papers in this field and 30 conferences, and around 25 journals are under review. I have one research project with this METI, Ministry of Information Technology. So that's all from my side, and I'm happy if you have any question.
Am I audible, Deepak sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Hello.